Dukes of Weepdom. Episode 75.
Welcome back.
We're back, baby. Shonen's back, baby.
Jujutsu Kaisen's back just to leave us soon.
Yeah, announced that it's ending in 5 chapters.
Yep, 5 more chapters. Which I took as very jarring.
Yes. I think it's still a sudden though.
I also feel like I never want to know how many more chapters there are, because I'm going to metagame it every chapter.
Yeah.
Well, Yuji has to kill Sukuna in at least 4 chapters to have 1 chapter of wrap up. Do I really only want 1 chapter of wrap up? Maybe I'll kill him in 3 chapters. Well, but I don't want him to kill him in 3 chapters from where we are right here.
Right, because we've been talking a while about all of the untied threads.
Yeah, the merger's definitely not fucking happening.
Nope, Hayanox, definitely not happening. My Kenjaku backstory.
I'm not sure if we'll get any Sukuna backstory at this point.
No, I think he's just done. Gege.
Someone said maybe it's because Horikoshi left. It was like his pen pal left and he just doesn't have his heart in the game anymore.
Well, that's his own fucking reason. That's his own fault. He extended the gauntlet of Sukuna, throwing characters that didn't need to be there in it. He knew Horikoshi was ending. I mean, I wasn't reading My Hero, but I'm sure that the people reading it knew the end was nigh when reading it. I mean, they're in the final arc right now, and shit's going down. And like some of the stuff I've seen in the anime, just from what my wife watches, like, oh yeah, I assume the anime is ending in a couple of chapters too. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
5 chapters.
5 chapters is not a lot of chapters. You think Sukuna gets defeated next chapter, and then you get 4 chapters of?
I kind of almost want that.
Or is it just going to be 3 more chapters of fighting, and then 1 long end chapter?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just and of course though, even at the end of where the end is nigh, 5 chapters to go. Hollow wicker basket. I'm getting my technique back. Shut your fucking face.
Oh my god. I knew a reverse curse technique can't keep up with the boys' punches and hollow wicker basket.
Hollow whiskers.
Hollow wicker basket. Ugh. Here's all the parts that really sucked. Hollow wicker basket and simple domain have weaker outputs than domains that manifest mental images. Buying time until the domain can't miss attack hits would be possible, but at some point, getting overpowered is inevitable. However, Sukuna is able to offset weak output by continuing the palm signs after activating Hollow Wicker Basket, so he can keep fighting without the domain overpowering him. Oh. I was finding exhausting. I didn't need any of those. I didn't need any of those 4 paragraphs.
No. We got to see fucking Megumi though again.
That was nice.
And Yuji just being like, where is it? Where's the panel?
I saw this panel alongside the panel of Aki throwing snowballs at Denji and asking, "Why are you crying?"
Oh yeah, that's literally the panel I was looking for. It's just lonely without you, Fushiguro.
Yeah. It was the Aki panel asking Denji why he was crying.
Poor Denji. Poor Yuji.
Oh, and I wouldn't have known this was significant without Twitter at all. The glove coming off and showing that he had 2 missing fingers, and then it showing where Sukuna's last finger was. Someone on Twitter was mentioning that it must have been Yuji that fed his fingers to Rika so that Yuta could use cleave.
See, because I noticed that it broke and then he had no fingers, so I was switching back and forth. I was like, where did the fingers go?
They even put like a light behind his 2 fingers.
Yeah, to be like, hey, look, he's missing 2 fingers.
So some people on Twitter are saying that was probably because he fed them to Rika.
Well, yeah, because the last panel shows
Where
down some stairway, the Sukuna's last finger is still a thing.
Yeah. Another thing I really wasn't thinking of right now.
Imagine this. No, here's my theory, right? That I just thought of. He's going to beat Sukuna right now in his domain, kill Sukuna, save Fushiguro, and then they're going to be like, yay, the world's saved, blah, 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 blah. And then it's going to be a few days, like a quick flash later. Yuji's going to eat this last finger so that it gets rid of all Sukuna, and then Sukuna's going to be back in Yuji again, but like super weak and just stuck in Yuji forever. And he's going to come back and he's going to be like, no!
Or it'll flash forward 3 decades from now and some other young kid's going to eat the finger. It'll be Jujutsu Kaisen, Jujutsu Next Generations.
Please no. Just give the last finger to Yuji. Let him eat it so that it's over and done with. Or why didn't he eat it now? Unless by destroying Sukuna somehow in his domain, it makes this finger useless.
There's actually also another elephant in the room we haven't been planning around. Are we going to see more of the Hakuri versus Urume fight at all?
No.
Where does that fit into these 5 chapters?
It's just done.
It's been ages. Right, I saw another picture about it. God, I swore I saved it. I guess not.
It's okay. All those memes you were showing me earlier, though, of fucking the Hakuri and Urume sitting down at the side drinking tea and shit. Classic.
Truly our Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes. I was dying.
I know I had at least one more. Yeah, there it is. What do you mean we only got 5 chapters left?
Damn.
All those Hakuri believers are feeling pretty dumb right now.
You know what the Hakuri fans are gonna say, though? Our boy's still alive, at least.
He was clutch. Kept Urume out of that fight the whole time.
Again, though, I think instead of throwing all these people or waiting for the opportune moment to throw all these people at Sukuna, if they instead, while Sukuna was busy with them, they just jumped Urume.
And took that out.
Right? So, right when you first started, you had Higuruma and Yuji go after.
Yeah, and a couple
and
others. Yeah,
was
Choso and Kusakabe was there, but he didn't quite take his round yet. But he was there.
Okay, so all of them are fighting there. Send Miguel, Heart Eyes guy, Maki, and Todo, and Hakuri, and just jump Urume, and Urume dies in like a minute. Urume can't take on that many people, especially when you got Boogie Woogie.
They can possibly just try to keep them away with the large amount of ice, but I can't see them, like, winning.
Especially with, like, okay, and then you got the Hard Eyes guy that's like,
yeah,
Urume look at me, and then Maki blitzes Urume, cuts her head off.
Yeah.
Or fucking Todo just swaps position with him and Urume right next to Maki, and Maki cuts her head off. You know what I mean?
Or one of them throws a rock and just swaps with the rock.
Todo is like the perfect way to around Urume's ice, because Urume can just keep people away with the ice, but then Todo can just get in there instantly or get Urume out.
Yeah, I was say even possibly get people outside if they're fully frozen too, which is again my biggest worry for a Hakuri fight.
Exactly. So they could have easily jumped and then put Hakuri in the main battle. Because if anything, Hakuri is a fucking sponge. Just let him soak up the damage, you know what I mean?
I still wonder if Sukuna's domain would just like destroy Hakuri's domain. And then Hakuri is a jobless loser. I think that's why Hakuri needed to be busy this whole time. Giga's like, I'm not dealing with that. I'll deal with every other mechanic about cursed energy instead. Like reverse Tower of God.
For real, yeah. Tower of Rules.
Tower of Rules. They're just throwing around energy blasts. Rules. I don't have to hear about in-depth steps of how they do everything they do.
Yeah, what Tower of God
but
is.
I'm just like, I'm gonna stab myself with this.
Well, yeah, power-wise, but then you get into anything else, and it's rules upon rules upon rules.
I had a game idea while I was playing Yahtzee the other day, so now this one's going to be...
Yeah.
Me and my family played Monopoly, so guess what the next arc's going to be?
Monopoly. Monopoly's brutal, so those games could go on for fucking forever.
It's true. My partner even looked at me. He was just like, am I wrong? Was that last game they played really stupid?
There's going to be a lot of those.
It was the Take Over the Rooms game.
I actually kind of like that, though. It was kind of
right.
interesting. I mean, it also only took place over, like, 3 seconds, though.
It did. It was just another excuse to beat the other guys.
Wherever.
He was also mainly criticizing, too, like, the fact that Viole, this Jew Violi Grace guy, had, like, the option to pick 8 other people to just pass with him. Like, that was the original plan, to, like, you won the game, now pick, like, 7 other people, and they move on with you.
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere, because it seemed like the ranker was trying to set him up to fail him, and then be like, okay, now let's go continue it elsewhere. But it's like, no, you succeeded. All right, I guess 8 other people here, because it's like everyone else was going to fail or whatever.
Yeah, no, I meant originally, though, even before then.
Yeah, because he says, all right, only the 8 most powerful people pass.
Yep.
And then the leader, the winner, actually chooses the other 7. It's like, what's the point of saying the top 8?
And also, that would have knocked out all the mob guys right there, too. That would have been real nice.
Literally all of them, including Prince, though.
Yeah, which would have been real nice. I don't give a shit about Prince.
Do you remember he's dead now?
No, is he?
Yeah, he got murdered.
By who? White?
I forget who. Yes, I do. Yeah, White killed him. Yeah. White ate his soul. Yep.
Nice. Poor guy.
Yep.
He left such an impact on me.
He was around for a long time.
Well, it's just like you said, even though we like Hots, we have no connection to Hots.
You know
really.
what? Because Prince fell into the, I forget her name, the other little girl.
Yeah. Oh, God, I just saw her name, too. Miseng?
Yes. It's just the 2 of them just end up becoming, like, close, and then they're the children dynamic. Because it's like,
I saw them play video
them
games
down.
in that last episode.
Yeah. So that's just what they are now, is they hang out. But she's fucking, like, she pops off later, too.
Yeah, she popped off in the arc I just reread.
Yeah, in the last train thing.
Berserker mode.
Mm-hmm.
One of the shortest attack names I saw, so thank you, Miseng. It was a Berserker mode, lethal attack, tiger fists of 1,000 pains.
Don't worry, you'll get plenty more of those.
I'm sure. Hansung Yu style wave control, splash damage attack, beautiful locust on a summer day.
Beautiful butterfly on a summer day. Butterfly something is what they're trained with or whatever.
But he was very, like, watery based. All of his Shinsu was just straight up like... You know, a lot of Shinsu looks like water, but his was...
water.
Yeah, but his was especially
Shinsu
watery.
Translates to holy water.
To be fair, half of the Shinsu attacks I just saw in the last arc also looked like fire, so... Not even including Evankel. I just mean Shinsu attacks that look like fire.
But Shinsu itself is holy water.
Nice.
It's something in Korean. Holy water, but it's just like when we first see it in the anime when he makes the wall of water that pushes everyone back to like the first main test.
And even as they like learn to use it.
Yeah. And then you get blonde dude from the first level.
Lororo.
No, the other one.
Hansung Yu?
Hansung Yu, yeah. He is just literally water.
That's the one I was talking about. Like, Hansung Yu style wave control.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Jinsen, huh?
No. I get those two very confused name-wise.
Yes. But yeah, no, he's literally, it's just water.
Yeah, it's straight up water.
It's straight water. I don't know. I like Tower God.
I do too. I have many gripes, but I still like it.
I mean, at the same time, look at how much we shit on JJK.
I know. I have gripes everywhere.
Yeah.
I always have gripes. I don't care about like 2/3 of the cast of Tower of God. It's because of how much times they have to refresh the cast as Bam gets more teammates.
It's also humongous cast.
Enormous. Because again, he's refreshed his team like 3 times.
Yeah.
There's the original team, there's this season we're currently in team, and then there's whoever he's boarded the train with, because some of these people I don't fucking know. Most of them I do. Some of them I don't. I actually didn't even remember Sleepy Guy as Sleepy Guy, because he didn't sleep at all in the arc I read. So until they
forgot about him too.
Yeah. He's
like a sleeper agent too, because since he's actually kind of like super strong, but he's just
sleeper agent.
Yeah. Dun-dun-dun.
He's super strong, guys.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Power scaling in Tower of God.
Yeah.
It's balanced.
It's like there's so many strong people in the tower, and somehow it's all the losers that get magnified to Bam.
You know what the
magnetized.
Yes. You know what the real thing is too? All of those characters are actually pretty strong for like the floor that they're on in their progression. It's just that the story keeps wanting us to deal with high rankers at this point. And rankers.
Nothing goes as planned.
Yeah.
From here on out of Tower of God, there's not a single game that just plays out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, because it's like Bam is strong enough to fight rankers.
Yep.
But
kinda.
Well, no, straight up, he beats a ranker in a few chapters after he trains with.
Okay, yeah. Where I was, there was still a big deal. They were warning him. But he kind of beat a shield guy that was a ranker, but he's kind of a loser. So.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's kind of a loser.
The one that's like, what is that needle? The Black March?
Yeah.
Didn't know what it was. It's like, how are you a ranker? And
he's like the only one in the area that didn't know what it was.
I know. It's like, how are you a ranker and you don't know what that is? That just shows that you're fodder.
I knew he was shit when he was like, this attack doesn't really work well on rankers, but I use it on you regulars. I was like, oh, what a loser.
So funny.
So many of you are like strong people that are specifically stayed to pick on weak people, because Question Mark Guy was that way too. Mm-hmm. He stayed a regular so that he could hunt regulars for Jihad. He actually had a cool power until it devolved into I have purple fire with special attributes that I don't even remember, because it's purple fire, but the attack was named Deadly Blizzard, and I checked out right there.
Oh yeah, come on. Come on.
This Deadly Blizzard and just flames come out. I'm like,
ridiculous.
Before then, it was whenever anyone hesitated to answer his question, they start getting strangled by like a curse.
Yes.
It was super cool. And then he met Bam.
And it didn't work on
him. It just doesn't work on him. Because he's Jesus.
Yeah.
Quite literally, it's just like, he's Jesus. Sorry.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
You got fucked up by Rock, right?
Yeah, because Rock's the next person he runs into, and then Rock starts manipulating Earth.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what the fuck is with these people? I'll hunt them down someday. Runs away like Dick Dastardly.
I don't think we'll see you again, bud.
Yeah, I'm not very confident. I'm not sure if the Shinso knockoff is enough power for literal Jesus.
No. He just doesn't pose a threat to anyone with an actual name. Like, Rock showed up and he's like,
yeah,
no, I'm going to fuck you up. In Jersey, he's not doing... So it's like, he's going to have to be... It'd have to be the same rehash
There's
of what he did.
There's some people there that he would beat. He would have been like...
No, I'm not saying... No. Yeah, obviously. But I'm saying, like, it would have to be in the same scenario that he was in now, where it's like some off-shot hallway that he's stopping someone from progressing or something.
Yeah.
So it's like you're just going to bring that character back to do the same thing. So why bring the
literally
back?
Dick Dastardly. I'm just here to slightly inconvenience you, Batman.
Yes, especially because it's been almost 100 chapters in the manhwa since we've seen that person. I think he's just completely forgotten about. It's just that you recently reread him.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I don't expect to see half of these people again. The guy with green monster Shinso energy, the slime frog person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you see some of them.
Anyone below, like, the top. Anyone below, like, Macheni and the squadron leaders and division leaders.
You'll definitely see all them again. Because they said the next arc is Bam's invasion of that to get Jinsen Han back. So. good stuff.
Yeah, if they weren't a princess or a commander of Jihad's army, then I don't think I'll see them again.
It's okay. There'll be plenty of other
random new people
that just thrown at you.
As long as he doesn't re-up into the whole new squad again.
I really hope not, especially at this point.
I don't mind if he gains more allies. I just don't want him to reset into just like be separated from them and then get a whole new squad again.
Yeah, because he's already balanced in the two, and he's still got Wang.
The Wangnan side of the squad and the Kun side of the squad. Old squad, new squad.
And the Kun side is obviously far superior.
Clearly. Though Hots, again, what are you doing, buddy? Where are you? Where's Hots?
I know. Well, because Hots is with that other group.
And they hype up Hots any small chance they get, but we never see Hots.
Yeah. I actually feel like he's in season 3 somewhere.
I was actually really excited to see the red-haired guy again, but he was just a prisoner for the arc I reread. He's like kind of magic-y. He has a mark around his eye. He's literally just a prisoner. Bam called out his name like once, but just like Sleepy Guy, it took me forever to remember these people.
He's part of the original group in season 1 and anime.
He was with Sleepy Guy, and they were chatting it up like they're a homie.
Oh, see, because that description of him, red hair, mark on his side, yeah, it just does nothing to me.
Oh, man. Is Hots climbing with Ran right now?
I think so. And the dude in the purple jumpsuit. The super bland-looking guy from season 1.
He came back to rescue Bam at the end of the station battle.
Oh, see, yeah, because
he was riding a warship. I was surprised to see him. Red-haired male Tower of God.
Oh, jeez. That probably brings down the list.
A lot, because there's a lot of red-haired females. Oh, God, it didn't. That's just Hwaryun. None of you who I'm looking for. That's Enryu. Hi, Enryu. I think it's this guy, but I don't know his name. I think he might actually been a train arc person he picked up because he knows Joaquin's name.
Yeah, he's vaguely familiar.
Here's another pretty good picture of him.
Yeah, he's
Sachi. That's his name.
He was definitely not part of the first floor, I don't think.
No, so he's probably someone they picked up on the train arc. He was one of the prisoners that they saved when they left Rachel behind. I loved Rachel's fucking comment. How can you only save the people you want to save?
You bitch. Oh, I wonder why, Rachel. I wonder why.
Right? I wonder why she only saves the people she wants to save. It's just as stupid as people die when they're killed.
Oh, shit.
Now it's just devolved into fan art.
As all things do on the internet.
It's true. So I was excited to see Sachi again. I don't remember what he does at all. I remember the guy in the season we're watching right now with the fist gets more fist. Because he fights like another fist guy.
Oh, the devil arm guy?
Yeah, and unites with the devil arms.
Yes, his brother or whatever.
And I don't know where he is now.
I also don't. See, too many characters.
It's too
much.
long
ago that we were reading.
And I liked that one.
Yeah. It's been like 2 years since I read anything Tower of God, and now I'm doing a reread of the end of season 2. It's not giving me answers to certain things.
That's why I don't want to wait for the anime to hit it, because how long am I going to have to wait for the anime to hit the fucking floor Enryu killed the administrator on? Like,
a long time.
A long time. I don't even remember who gets off the train for that floor. I know Bam does.
Kun. Kuraka's there. Yuri's there. And other people. Mizuno, but he didn't come there with the train. He came there on his own.
I didn't even remember Mizuno's there.
Yeah, he fights Kuraka with his pinky.
Actually,
with his finger.
I didn't remember any of these people were there. I just still only remember
Kuraka's
Bam
on the
was.
train the whole fucking time. Well, since they get on
just
he gets there too, yeah. Because, well, actually, you didn't see it in the anime. But in the last episode is when it starts, because this is when he's like form a party of regulars, and we're gonna follow Bam's group type deal. So
waiting for the moment he slipped up and can punish him.
To kill everyone else.
Everyone around Bam.
Yes. Because he's all about Fug's goal or whatever. And
I was very happy when they randomly opened the door to him, his train car, and Crockett just walked out. He's just like, what the fuck's going on here?
Gets arrested. White gets arrested.
Yeah.
You just leave them arrested. I get it. Bam wouldn't have escaped, but God, I hate White.
I do hate White. I can forgive Karaka turning slightly good guy because of how much I just hate White.
He just, in season 3, he gets another soul amp. He eats a whole bunch of souls.
Well, he needed to. He needed to regain his power. He literally emptied all of his strength 3 times in the final station. Every single attack he did, he put everything into. It just kind of like fell after.
It's just like anytime they need White to be stronger for something, they're like, oh, let's absorb a bunch of souls to return some of his lost power. And it's like, come on, like, get rid of this guy. Because, like, in season 3, there's a point now where, I don't know if it's like he regained his full max, but he absorbed a fuckload of souls, and he's going after Bam. And
you're right, he's, like, revived to his fullest, like, 5 times.
Yeah, and then each time, though, it's a stronger fullest. It's like, nah, I lied before. This is actually my true power.
Yeah,
no,
literally.
This is my... All right, Toguro, shut the fuck up.
Toguro and Frieza syndrome.
Yes. And it's like, can we just be done with the White thing?
It's pretty bad.
I hate that he stuck around for so long. I hated the point where he's like, I'll work with you guys. It's like all the shit he did on the train arc, and then you want to be buddy-buddy, and then you end him. It's like, ugh, get out of here. I just hate White.
Why does he even want to kill Bam? Nothing confuses me more than the people that are entrusted to kill Jihad someday all being at each other's fucking throats. You'd think these people have a much better chance if they had not even unison, but at least like some passing respect for each other.
Right? Especially considering that I think that...
No enemy of my enemy?
Yeah, Fug is the least influential of the groups.
Between like Jihad, the clans.
Yeah, the Jihad family and army, obviously, being the most...
And Walhike Song.
Walhike Song being the second.
Workshop,
and then Fug. But I literally
Fug is the sleeper agents. They're just trying to like piece together enough influence to move the people up they need to.
Because I'm pretty sure if all of the fucking Slayer candidates and all of Fug were to take on Jihad himself, one versus all of them, Jihad still wins.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, these are the people you entrusted to kill him. Stop trying to kill each other, please.
So far as I'm aware, there's only one Fug member in the top 100 ranking. And that's like the leader dude.
Damn.
And
though give White a few more souls.
Yeah, well, still. He ain't his daddy.
It also kills me that they want to kill the only one of the 3 of them that actually has a chance to kill Jihad.
Yeah, the irregular.
The only irregular Slayer. Maybe Kuraka and White could fight and kill each other instead, while the only person that could achieve your goal moves on, please. He has enough barriers, he doesn't need White to be another one of them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that somewhere within what I have... Because I know that Bam and him fight again.
Hopefully Bam just kills him.
But I don't know what happens with White after that.
He sucks. I hate him.
Me too.
I tried liking him in this little bit, but it's just,
And he killed Prince. And
I don't care about that.
I don't, but Bam does. And I don't know if Bam knows.
I don't think he does, and they left the train. So, like... He just sucks. Just like, boo. Yep. You took up so much of this arc and sucked for most of it. Boo.
Oh, yeah, because actually, it's funny, too, because Bam stole a bunch of White's power. A whole shitload of souls that were White's is now inside Bam instead.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess there was that reason to keep.
So it's Thorn 1, Thorn 2, Souls from White, Blackthorn stabbed within him, or Black March.
Yeah, Black March.
It's like four incredible power boosts, and just being an irregular. I'll just throw that in there.
Yeah. And then also whatever being himself. So 6.
Yeah.
L and MC.
And MC. Yep. He's just literally like laps around everyone around him that he's allied with.
Allied with.
Currently. Yes.
Because in the next arc, I can think of 4 people off just the top of my head because it's needed based on who they're going off with that would just fucking smack them all over the place. Like, no contest. Actually, because oh my god, you said his name like 3 times. Blonde water dude.
Yu Han Song?
Yes. He's technically part of the ally too, and I don't think Bam could take him out yet. I don't think he's that strong. But at the same time, seeing him fight, I wasn't hyper impressed with him anyway.
I mean, he's alright. He
held
his own against rankers. That's how much more can you ask?
True. But it wasn't like, I'm super strong.
Something that I found really silly in the middle of the fight. It cut back to him and the person he was fighting who had green lighthouses. And the guy was all beat up. And Hansok Yu's just like, give me one of your lighthouses. And teleports over to Bam with it. I'm like, why'd you give this man your lighthouse? You were fighting him in mortal battle. You acquiesced off screen.
Yeah, or less he said no and he just beat him up off
Beat
screen.
his ass so hard.
Hilarious.
I do like him a lot. I hated him before I learned more about him in like the Data World too. Yeah. Because he was the one that seemingly orchestrated everything that happened on the test floor.
Yes. Because he's
one of the last things you see in that season is him sipping his like sake and just pleased with himself, and Lororo like coming in and like confronting him.
And he's literally the one that straight up tells Bam, here's the list you made of all your friends. If you don't climb the tower, and every time you fail a test, I'm gonna kill one of those names on that list.
So yeah, I hated his guts, but I like him.
Jin Senha makes Fug look like they're good guys, but you remember that they're not.
Yeah, you remember he went against their orders to tell Bam, like, just live whatever life you want and be happy.
Yeah, Haryun wasn't a good girl either. It's just that she chose to follow Bam instead of follow Fug.
Yeah, and I'm still not 100% convinced that she's, like, totally good and on Bam's side.
Well, she's on Bam's side, but not in the way Bam would probably like.
Yeah.
Like, she would do things to further Bam's... But
she already did in that arc I saw.
Yeah. She would do things that Bam wouldn't want her to do that would benefit Bam, but Bam wouldn't see it as a benefit type deal. That's what she would do.
She has his best interests in mind, but in her own perspective.
Yes. But she's also done with pushing Fug's agenda and is pushing Bam's agenda. Mm. So she's at least... Because Bam separated himself from Fug, and she went with him. So she's like... He's her messiah type thing, you know what I mean?
In the same way Karaka has people that literally call him their god.
Yeah, and it's like, really?
It's because, again, everyone in Fug wants an answer to the jihad problem, and they'll all just take whatever they think is the answer.
Yes.
Or the family problem, because, again, like, White only has, like, a grudge against one family head, and Jin Sung-ha just hates all of the royals.
Well, I think whenever they do finally go against jihad at the end of the series, it's going to be like a civil war type thing. There's going to, because this family's that are like anti-jihad, but like not openly or whatever. Like
that can't be.
Even the one head that we have seen, even the last thing we see of him is like this.
He's the one that was openly saying there's a huge divide amongst us powerful people.
Yeah, he's like. He pushes his agenda. He's like, he would definitely...
Hell, he went against Jihad's army to take their hostages.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, I'm sure some of the families would switch. Especially because Yuri gets imprisoned after this.
I could see that coming. That's
And
not a big
she's like the Ha family's like pride and joy or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
and Bomb's like biggest ally.
see, I love how she was just like, it's like, you're not fooling anyone. You're trying to make it like, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, my hand slipped.
What'd I tell you? This is my battle.
And then she did something. She like openly attacked someone, and she's
Oops.
like, "What would you have done if such and such got hurt or whatever?" And you're like,
one of the things
you know what it reminds me of?
was Evankel was burning them, and she teleported the hostages away closer to the people trying to rescue them. She's like, "Well, you couldn't let all your hostages die."
It reminds me of Boa Hancock in Marineford protecting Luffy, but she's fighting on the Marine side. So she comes in and just turns like mad and random Marines to stone and like kicks the fuck, like just knocks a whole bunch of them out. And her reasoning was like, what if your attacks hit the Marines standing next to Luffy? Bitch, you just took out 30 of us.
You were worse than anything they could have done to them.
Yeah. And then even she has like a snake that she has like a pet that she keeps around. And she straight up sends the snake to go grab Luffy and like pull him away from threats. It's like, anyone with a brain that just saw that is going to be like, you just saved him. What do you mean?
I was redirecting the Marines' fire away from Marines.
But then Oda just has her play it off with her comedy relief thing that she's just like, I'm beautiful. And then everyone turns to stone. And she's like, that's how she deals with her problems.
It works.
It does work. I'm like so amped to see Elbaph now that we're finally going.
Noise.
All the content creators I'm watching are making like Usopp Elbaph videos right now, and it's because like Usopp has been intent like Elbaph has been sent to Little Garden. Just so fucking long ago, and it's always been tied with Usopp, and anything Giants related, Usopp has been there for. So people are really hoping for some
Usopp.
Yeah, but so here's my thing, right? We thought Wano was going to be Zoro's arc because samurais, and no, it wasn't. There were things that we wanted Zoro to do in Wano, but we think it really came down to the fact that Wano was such a long arc that the final closure parts of Wano, like the last couple of chapters, like the wrap-up shit, were super quick. And we're like, this is probably because fucking Oda wants out of Wano. We've been in Wano for 4 years. But Zoro gets in Throw Bark his Shisui, his sword, which he has from Throw Bark all the way up to Wano. It's like his best sword. This whole time, super popular sword because it's Ryoma's sword. But Ryoma's a hero of Wano from 400 years ago, whose sword was stolen from the grave by Moria. So when he gets there, and people see it, they're very angry that he has it because it's like a national treasure.
Yeah.
So they demand, like, there's a dude that steals it back and like takes it and puts it in Ryoma's grave. But we never see Ryoma's grave, and we never see Zoro go to it. Like, that was a big thing. Like, we're always like, yo, we gonna see Zoro go to Ryoma's grave and like have a cup of sake at his grave or whatever, and like officially relinquish
the blade
Shisui back to him now that he has Enma. Nope, never saw that. So there's we assumed, which I believe it actually was confirmed in like an SBS for Zoro, like his parentage comes from Wano, like his lineage.
Yeah.
But not shown in the main story.
I remember people being butthurt about that.
Yes. And because Whole Cake was like Sanji's arc.
Yeah.
And
Zoro fans want that same treatment.
yes, so now everyone comes and like, and then when we went to Egghead, it's like, oh, Vegapunk, this is going to be Frankie's arc because, you know, during the time skip, Frankie was living in fucking Vegapunk's home village in his Vegapunk's like first abandoned lab. That's how Frankie turned himself into more cyborg stuff with fucking Vegapunk tech. So people said, okay, so Whole Cake was a Sanji arc, 100%.
Yeah.
The whole thing was about Sanji. So then when Wano stopped, they're like, oh shit, we're gonna get a Zoro arc. Yeah, not really. Oh shit, Egghead, we're gonna get Frankie shit. Not really. So now we're gonna go to Elbaph, and people
everyone's
are like,
gonna be like, it's an Usopp arc.
yeah. So I'm holding out so I don't get disappointed. I would love it to be too, especially with all the things that have been set up for Usopp about Elbaph through this whole time. So I'm still very hopeful that Usopp's going to have a big moment. So a lot of people are like, Usopp's dream might be the first person on the crew to actually
Come true.
His dream, which is technically has already come true. It's just that for Usopp's dream to come true, he needs to believe it. Because his dream is just to be a brave warrior of the sea.
Yeah.
The amount of shit that Usopp and the Straw Hats have been through, and he's a brave warrior of the sea, but in his mind he isn't. So it just needs to be actualized in his mind. So we want something of that caliber to happen with Usopp in Elbaph.
Y'all hope.
We all hope. But there's so much that could happen on Elbaph. Just there's so many ties that are leading to Elbaph. It's going to be amazing. But then after Elbaph, it's just Oda said we're in the final arc, and we have the structure where all the pieces keep moving to be like
everything's leading to it.
Everything's getting put in place to be like all of these players are moving for the One Piece. So Elbaph is the last actual arc in the story that quote unquote needed to happen
before actual end arc stuff.
Yeah, and it also is the last arc, last island. We have a map.
Yeah,
like the thing. The last 3 islands after Wano were, I forget which of the 3 it showed them on a map. I forget which one's which, but Law, Kid, and Luffy each went to one. Law went to Winter Island, which is funny. It's called Winter Island, and he lost.
Yeah.
And then
somebody won.
Yes, Blackbeard. Luffy went to Egghead, and Kid went to Elbaph. But the only island after those in the New World is Lodestar. But we don't need to go to Lodestar. I mean, maybe somebody out there wants to see Lodestar because it's the last island.
Yeah.
And they're like, all we know is that that's where you learn about the poneglyphs. That's all we know. But we already know about the poneglyphs, so we have no reason to go there. So we go to Elbaph, kick off with the war for the One Piece, find the One Piece, end of series.
Nice.
But there's a lot of players that need to get knocked off still.
But it's going to be long.
Yes.
Shounen doesn't start after sweating yet.
No. There's at least... Someone actually made a fucking... I butchered the explanation, but... and made a theory to say so it's pretty good mathematical theory to line up that One Piece will probably end in 2030 to 2031.
Damn.
Just by chapter structure wise.
Yeah.
Because if you look at every arc that's in One Piece and every saga and everything, it falls in number structures of anywhere between 50 to 100, like either a 50 or 100 like chunk. Yeah. And every arc is fallen in that. And now, so that means Elbaph is either going to be a 50 or a 100, which is just over a year because One Piece is not 50. No manga is 52 chapters because of holidays, breaks and stuff like that. But then Oda does 3 chapters a month now. He always has a week break in a month. There's always one break in a month. So this dude, I forget who it was. Morge, maybe? It's a YouTuber. I watched Grand Line Review going over the theory because he made a theory reaction to it and he's subscribes to it too. And I'm like, I'm okay with that. 6 more years of One Piece.
Not bad.
I don't want it to rush. It's the order of operations that I'm in opposition to the main theory that everyone has. Elbaph has to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's been hyped up since Little Gunner. So whatever happens on Elbaph is really going to determine the rest of the series to really figure out how it goes. Because in my mind, Whitebeard's one of part of Whitebeard's like final speech or whatever before he dies is, or well, actually, his straight up final words is, he's talking to the Marines and he says, "You all fear when someone finds it, because when someone finds it, it'll turn the world up." The way he says it makes it seem like when someone finds the One Piece, then that person would then start war with the
Marines.
But everyone subscribes to that because there's one missing poneglyph to find One Piece. So everyone thinks the final war is going to be the war for the One Piece. Because you have Whitebeard canonically saying that when someone finds the One Piece, world government's fucked. But then you have Oda in an SBS saying that, I don't know if he outright just said the story ends when the One Piece is found, or if he's like the story ends when Luffy's dream is found, which are two totally different things.
Yeah.
Luffy wants to become the Pirate King he needs to become the Pirate King in order to fulfill his dream. They're not intertwined. He needs Pirate King to do his dream, and we don't know his dream. It's never actually been said. Every time it's said, it is made a point that it is not said. It's this blank text. You hear him, you see him about to say it, and then it just flashes. It pans to everyone's reaction to him saying it, and it's actually only happened twice in the series. Yeah. He tells Sabo and Ace when he's a kid, and then after Wano, he tells the Straw Hats. So we'll see, because it's like, there's still 4 Yonko, there's still mad people. Shanks needs to get defeated. People think that Blackbeard's going to kill Shanks or somehow. Luffy still needs to meet Shanks again. Yep. Been set up since episode 1. That needs to happen. It can't be that Shanks is defeated by Blackbeard before he meets Luffy. That can't happen. And Shanks, last time we saw Shanks was on Elbaph, but it looked like he was leaving Elbaph. So we don't know if he's still there for when Luffy gets there. But then, okay, he gets there. Then what happens? How does Blackbeard get after Shanks? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because that is a confrontation also that's been set up. The two of them. Because for me, I always saw it as Luffy needs to find the One Piece first. Because with finding the One Piece comes learning the ancient history of the world, which then would give Luffy a reason to fight the world government. Because he's not going to fight the world government just for funsies. Yeah. You know what I mean? The only other time he did it was to get Robin back. Or to get Ace back. They don't have a hostage.
He does it for a different goal than just fighting them.
Yeah. They don't have a hostage. Blackbeard has a hostage. But Blackbeard ain't the world government. So you're setting up one Luffy and Blackbeard's fight, which then you would think, okay, Luffy goes, he meets up with Shanks. Something happens. Then he goes to go somewhere. Shanks gets taken out by Blackbeard. You're like, okay, now I want to fight Blackbeard. Oh, wait, he has this hostage I care about also. So then the two of them go clash. And once those two clash, when Luffy beats Blackbeard, Luffy's the Pirate King with or without the fucking One Piece. You know what I mean? Because now Shanks defeated, he's defeated, and Buggy ain't shit. Buggy is just...
Buggy rises up, the true final villain.
But we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm here for the ride, and I'm loving it. Just going to enjoy it as he goes. But we might also get that juice, that in-between arc juice we get from One Piece. But maybe not, because that juice has been happening during Egghead. Yeah. So I don't know if we'll get that.
The after juice.
Yes. After every arc is normally the fire shit. Yeah. But I don't know if we're going to get that this arc. Or not as much. We might get like a smaller amount. But that's One Piece.
That's One Piece.
Oh, yeah, those Tower of God. I was like, you said you read some extra.
A lot of Tower of God.
Yeah, a lot. A lot. 50 fucking chapters or whatever.
About, probably.
Skimming through, mostly?
Some of them skimming through, but a lot of them actually reading. That's Data Jihad, so not that one. Oh, here we go. 316. That was more like 30 chapters.
Still a lot.
Yeah.
Especially webtoon chapters are long. Well, they feel long though because their pictures are full length. Like they don't, like you're reading a manga chapter, like because you could have a full page that's just a one speech bubble and then you're scrolling. But in a manga chapter, you have like a panel that's a speech bubble, then another panel next to it, and then you go down a panel. You know what I mean?
The data arc is so long.
Yeah, it is.
Holy shit.
Arcs in general and what fucking Tower got along.
Though this looks like the Hell arc now because I just saw Mizuno's face. This must be where you get the Stingray. I saw Leader Man. Oh, is that white? Oh, it is white. Fuck me. Fuck me. I'm going to come back to this later. Reread more. Oh, Kun, my baby.
Should look up a video to see what happened to Kun to get put in that coma because we don't remember.
Go read back.
Yeah, but then you have to find it.
Oh, I will. So I want to see her get the Stingray again. I just saw that leader's face, the one that called her vermin. Well, it's not the reuniting. Oh my god, it's just too much.
Too much.
I don't even know half
look
these
it up some
fucking
other time.
characters.
Yeah, look it up some other time. You're never gonna find it.
God, they're so long.
I love it though that they're long. I'd rather it be, it's more to read.
I forgot he was here for stuff.
Who?
The leader guy. The
he's actually
like
around for a while. Yeah. He straight up has a conversation with Rachel.
And straight up has a conversation with White. And Karaka's there.
There's so much missing info. My brain didn't store it.
It didn't store a single thing from any of these. I'm definitely gonna have to watch videos. I don't want to reread the whole fucking data arc again either.
I will sometime, but not anytime soon.
I don't even know if it will sometime.
Anyway, did you read Astro Baby?
Yes, I did.
I wasn't expecting that other girl to still be alive.
Yeah, she was like huffing.
Yeah, and he took her pulse and was gave the thumbs up. But the chapter went by super quick because most of it was just him judo flipping these two dudes out of the train. And just flashbacks to when he was a kid and Grandpa being like, yo, yeah, see right here? He checks her pulse.
Yeah, he does.
He gives the thumbs up to the girl and she starts crying.
I didn't even notice that.
And then says, I will protect them just like you told me to. And then they turn around and there's 12 of them stand at the door.
Faces.
And the faces.
Straight Looney Tunes.
Oh, it was great. And then the baby Abby wakes up. Everything is saved now.
Pretty simple. I still like seeing his mental grandpa.
Yeah, because, how else are we going to see Grandpa? Because we need him around as much as possible. So I don't care if he's a mental image or a fucking astral projection.
Either way, I'll take it.
At this point, I'd believe that he's able to astral project himself.
He's that powerful.
He just exudes power. Yes, I'm for it.
No, simple chapter. Easy, quick chapter.
Not really much to say. I just figured it was a quick one. Just
from train arc to train arc.
Train to train. Well, that's actually kind of what made the connection. Every time you said train, I was
you're like Astro Baby.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Astro Baby. Train, Astro Baby. Astro Baby. Train. Not that there was much that went on Astro Baby's train so far compared to the other train.
Just threw a couple of Coopers off the train, that's all.
15 days for KaguraBachi.
Oof, almost there.
Almost.
You don't have a Chainsaw Man to talk about.
No.
Because just the way our recording's laid out.
Yes. We have one tomorrow?
I think so.
Chainsaw Man?
I
hope
sure
so.
fucking hope so.
Me too. I don't want to fucking wait no more. Don't do this to me.
14
KJ.
hours.
Glory be to GG. GG. Fujimoto.
Wash your mouth with soap.
Yeah. I probably should.
Definitely should.
This chapter, did you read Spy Family?
I did. It's a really good chapter.
Very cute.
It was incredibly
Another
cute.
Quick one.
I love how Endo draws animals. He just I think I could see the joy he has drawing them.
I loved Yor in this chapter. She was just such a mom.
Yes.
Through the whole thing.
That little moment with them sitting on the hillside, just taking a breath.
Yep, and she just sat down, just basically talking to him and be like, sometimes you just need to
let it go.
Sit down.
That was her words. Let it all go.
Oh. And how mature was it of Becky to not be a homewrecker?
Yeah.
And how she's gonna hold her feelings in and be stoic, just like
her master,
her maid servant, Martha. I was
yes.
dying.
I just love that shot of them.
Yeah, so cute. Anya just playing on the field with Bond. But I knew it would be something like this anyway, because we just finished up an arc chapter, so I knew it would just be like a family chill chapter.
Get back in the motions chapter.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get back to something with this. Probably because the structure of the story has always seemed to go like this. We get a serious arc, then we get some family moment stuff, then we go back to school with Anya.
Yep.
Then it leads into something serious again. Family arc, back to school with Anya.
We might get another family arc because they're on break. Anya's on break from school, not we're on break from Spy Family.
Right. You did have me worried there for a minute. Like,
that came out wrong.
Dandadan's already on break right now.
Anya's on break.
That Dandadan trailer was
so
fire!
good. The fandom's ablaze.
Oh, dude. I don't want to say all of them, but
my feed was just constant Dandadan hype.
My any worries that I had were
that was
lessened. It's good too is because what really got me is the detail they put in on the cow abduction scene. Because that's the panel that got me. The first panel I saw of Dandadan, I was like, oh, well, I don't know what this is, but I gotta read this. So
dun, 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 dun.
That's the opening, huh?
That's the opening song.
That's awesome.
You should listen to Mashl's opening that they did. It's fucking fire. It is so goddamn good. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because I don't watch Mashal, so.
Yeah, I don't either. I saw it on Twitter one day, like, this is fire. And then the next thing I know, I'm in the car with my partner, and he's putting it on. I was like, you don't watch this? He's like, I don't, but this song's so good.
Yeah, no, so it looks great. The transformation into the Turbo Granny mode.
Yes, the Selkie adaptation.
Yes.
I saw a lot of people calling that one out specifically for looking great.
His dances look fire. No, I'm like amped for it. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, there's the cow shot in all its glory. The scissor pants. These are all in my likes. They're just.
Oh yeah. By the way, I didn't remember that they bumped into each other and kissed. A bump kiss. Is that Isaac and Miria?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, I love them. Bakano fucking love.
Let me see. Someone cut the shot with Dancing Selkie. With her like backstory.
Oh yeah, I was that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a sad day when that episode happens. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty early too, huh? So they'll get to that. So.
Yeah, that's Iris stuff. If we're seeing Gigi, we're seeing that.
Yeah. Damn, they're going to cover a lot more than we think.
I hope that they cover Gigi's whole arc. That'd be really nice.
The whole Evil Eye? I mean, I feel like that's pretty deep in, though.
That's
because the Evil Eye arc, well, again, we're basing it off manga, and you can put a lot of manga chapters into an episode, so... Because Gigi's whole arc, they go to his house, they
it's like
get in
the
there...
longest up until then continuous arc, I'd say.
Yeah, but even still, so they go to his house, or he comes to them first.
Yep.
Then they end up going to his house, so it looks more like a beach resort. They get there, it's kind of sketched out. They go shopping, they come back... Then they get sucked into the like dimensional house world.
Yeah.
They all get separated, and Okarun and Evil Eye fight a few times, and yeah, then they're good. It's probably like a 3-episode thing. Maybe 2.
Got a fun little game here.
Oh.
Tagashi put out what the next volume cover is going to be for Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, I heard. Oh, speaking of which, Hunter x Hunter's coming back in sometime October.
First week of October, yeah.
For one chapter.
Can you guess who is on the cover of the newest volume of Hunter x Hunter?
I'm gonna guess because out of nowhere, Gon. That's a shit cover too. I'm not gonna lie.
It is, and why is he on this cover?
Yeah, like Kurapika.
Yeah, or someone in the story right now, or doing things.
What's his name? The dude you like? They can see 3 seconds into the future.
Oh, Saradnik.
Does he have a volume cover?
I don't know if he does. He probably does. I think he does. Oh my god, I'm gonna...
Bro, don't do it. You just found out that on the Shounen app you can look at volume covers.
That's a good point.
Way faster than Googling. Can't believe you never noticed that. That tab was just like right there.
Somebody was like, unless Gon can teleport right now, why is he on the cover of this?
I don't even know. Actually, who's that?
That
37.
That is the mafia leader who used to be in cahoots with Saradnik, who's giving normal people nen powers.
Like, I get the cute little stickers, but that's a weird volume cover for 36.
36. I am so sad about this, actually. The 36 volume cover, because New World Review actually covered the conspiracy theory that Illumi was actually Hisoka in disguise, and that cover was a lot of part of it.
Why? Because Illumi is not there?
It was Illumi in like
Illumi
the middle of all
right
the spiders. Yeah, he's right there in the middle.
Honestly, though, it's like a majority of these these volume covers are fucking ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
also, I don't see one that's for Saradnik.
Neither do I, because now I'm at like 22 and it's Meron.
I can't believe they gave this bitch a volume cover instead of Saradnik. I guess they're dealing with her henchmen for like that whole volume, but it's like, god damn it.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is definitely someone better than Gon.
For the newest one, for sure. Like Saradnik, now that we know he doesn't have one.
Whatever. So you think he's coming back for a slew of chapters, or you think he's one and done in?
Gon? I hope neither.
No. Hunter x Hunter just in general.
Oh, it's almost certainly going to be like last time where he drops like 8 to 16 chapters and then disappears into the night again. I'm certain of it. Man, I'm really sad Stradnik doesn't have a goddamn volume cover. Oh my god, I never would have spelled that right. Holy shit. I'm not even sure if I could spell it right after seeing it.
Stradnik's name?
Yeah.
Good luck. I can't help you there. I know it starts with an S.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
It sure fucking doesn't.
A C?
Nope.
What the fuck does it start with?
A T. Like tsunami.
Yeah, it's TS.
So that's how you spell it in my search bar.
What the fuck? I would never get Seradnik out of that.
God, he's so badass, though. God, this mass murderer is so badass.
I just saw a post about the JJK ending, so I looked at the comments. Finally, we can have JJK Shippuden, Hakurin, and Urume's children.
Yeah.
Ends up working at Taco Bell. Right next to Midoriya.
Muzan. Oh, I put White in there, too.
White doesn't deserve to live.
White's not a good enough employee. Gets fired from Taco Bell.
Wait, Sukuna's consecutive wins is gonna end soon? No! That's 2 big series that they lost from Shounen, and really they only got 1 big one to replace KaguraBachi.
Mm-hmm.
But was that Necromance or whatever?
Though keep in mind that Witch Watch anime is coming, and Elusive Samurai is currently airing.
Well, we talked about that anyway, the bang. But yeah, speaking of Witch Watch, so I didn't know. So there was so many avenues for me to click on it.
Sarandek with his Nen Beast and his Nen Power.
That's badass. There was so many avenues when you sent me that. Not only did it say it on the link that you sent me, which I didn't see, and then not only did the video title also say what it was. I didn't even see that. So I didn't know it was. I just thought it was an anime clip you were sending me. So it's like, oh, some pink-haired girl doing a somersault through a window. I didn't see who it was until she came up and started speaking. And then I was like, wait a minute. I know that character art.
I clicked it. I saw 3 seconds. I swiped it away. Saw that it said Witch Watch. And I was like, oh, share. And then left.
Yes. So that just means now I need to stop being so casual with my reading.
All of the Shonen Jump properties we weren't reading are being adapted now too. Elusive Samurai, Witch Watch, fucking Mission Your Sakura Family just had theirs first season.
Undead Unlock.
Mm-hmm. The only one that hasn't, as far as established titles, is Akane Banashi.
I'm surprised Ruri Dragon hasn't had an anime yet. With
It doesn't have enough chapters.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Where is Ruri Dragon? It's still in here. It's at 19 chapters. It's so funny. It came back and I've heard nothing of it since.
Everyone loved the first 4 chapters.
Yeah, they deified this manga.
Yeah. Where are you now? But anyway, Ruri Dragon that was just a meme. That I just have to say because I saw it there. It's like
my true god, KaguraBachi.
Yeah, KaguraBachi, yeah. Basically confirming everything. It's like, yeah, now we're gonna make our move on the Kapinami.
Hillary right out the gate. Everything's going according to plan.
Brutal.
I love how it starts out with leaving Mr. Shiba's hands out for him just to reveal he's playing video games.
Yeah, I know, right?
At first I thought it was Char playing with Hiyuki. But I'm like, wait, no, it's Shiba. And Hakure's already trying to jump in on that. Also the obvious boys love bait. Good morning, you two. You woke up perfectly in sync. You also passed out perfectly in sync.
I do, dude, that plan though for that Hakuri plan just seems way too good to be.
But it's so good. I was like, oh.
All he needs to do is touch the sword owners, and then because they're
connected to the swords,
then he can just. I'm like, damn.
Swoop
but then of course they're like, oh, but that just means that they're spread out through Japan, so we would have to go to each one of them.
Also, we got that drop of all their faces again. Or possibly the first time, but I feel like it's again.
Well, most of their faces, not all
yes. Is one of these people The Shinichi one?
It doesn't look like it.
But could possibly be in their prime. Who knows how long he's been sitting in that one of these amazing, gorgeous temples.
I know, right?
This looks like the one he was probably in, if it is one of them. The Senkutsuji temple.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I just none of them really like struck me as him, and plus it's not
me
enough.
either.
So I don't know. But no, that Hakurei plan though it's just too good to work. You know something.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's just setting up how it's going to go. They're going to have to visit each of them. Each of them's connected to one of the enchanted blades.
True.
And I'm sure the Hishaku will be totally prepared for that idea.
Most likely, yeah. Or, too busy worrying about the fact that, oh, you guys can go do that. We're just still going to take the Shinichi. But I don't know. Like I said, the Shinichi, like, the like, original owner.
It's sussing me.
And I don't think he's just going to get, you know what I mean? Like, one tapped off the side, and then boom, now the Hisaku has the Shinichi.
This weird thing with when Kiora was using the Shinichi, he kept saying like he was getting like he heard the voices of the master, but he also sounded like he was getting taken over by it. Was he trying to like get out?
That would be fucking wild if that's what did happen. Maybe Hisaku do take the Shinichi without killing him, and then
they just get him on their side.
He just takes over them instead. It's like, nah.
Oh my god.
This is my sword, bitch.
I do love how the chapter ended, too.
Yes.
I forget his name, but this guy's here as one of, like, the judges.
Yes.
I'm just going to call him Shiba's buddy. It was also interesting to note earlier with Shiba
how they mentioned that he's ex-Kabanami, but they seem to not know who he is.
Yeah, they're probably too new to know.
Then when the elder dudes know so that they can just be like, yes, Mr. Shiba is a reputable source of intel.
Well, we don't know how reputable he is to them.
True. They could fucking hate his guts for leaving the Kabanami.
You took our teleportation away, bro. We needed that.
Right? It's just so fucking good. It's just too good is the problem. It's just like, how do you replace that?
God, this last page just got me really hyped for the next chapter, though, man. State your name. Chihiro Rokuhira.
Bitches. You know my name.
Right after Hiyuki said that you can't prove who you are. He's like, I'm still going to say it, though, bitch.
Oh, I'm going to prove it. Don't you worry.
I can't wait. I think I like trials. And trial chapters.
Higuruma got you on that.
Higuruma got me on that. Aaron, he had a good trial.
Oh, yeah, when Levi just kicks his teeth in.
Yeah, beats his ass. I feel like
have you ever seen that pair, like a abridged version of that trial with Aaron?
No, I haven't.
Well, he says his mom's name or whatever, and then the crowd just goes on about how she was just like the town whore or whatever, and how all of them had been with him, and so even the priest is like, she had her thighs, when her thighs spread, it was like the gates of heaven opening.
Oh,
and even the judge was sitting there, she's like, she was a wonderful lady. Everyone's getting there. Aaron's like, no, it's not true. No, and then he starts freaking out, and then Levi kicks him in the mouth. It's funny.
Let's see, watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best abridged. Dragon Ball Abridged is like the OG, and it's also great, but no, dude, something about Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged it's masterful. They haven't finished all of it, though. They came back and did like 2 more episodes of it, like a year or 2 ago, and then
vanished.
Yeah. They're still around. It's Team 4-Star, but let me see. Watch them have done like more sense. Abridged. Yeah, still 86 videos in here. Let me see. Scroll all the way down. Alright, so there's maybe 2 episodes I haven't seen in it. 77 is the best one. Has my favorite scene in it. When Kaiba's flying with dragons. Dragon cards come and like save him. He like lands the crashing plane with him. He opens the door and he goes, I am now a member of the Mile High Club. And they're like, Kaiba, do you know what the Mile High Club is? It's like, it's when you duel somebody on an airplane. It's like, sure. That works. It's great. It's a good episode. Just the whole thing is just, it's comedy gold. You could watch, like, because they're all only like 10, 12 minutes long each episode. So, like, one shift, I just fucking blast through all of them. It's great. It's amazing. You should do it sometime.
I probably will.
But in other news, we read Magi.
Oh, yes.
5 chapters you read? First 5?
Yeah, first 5.
So, yep. I forgot how much of a perv Magi is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Running that Meliodas energy.
Way higher, though. I also forgot the gag that anytime that they're at, like, a brothel or whatever, fucking Alibaba always gets
the ugly one.
The hideous man ogre thing. He got his ass beat this time though. They went like in on it. This thing was grinding up on him, and he comes out like
he's like shirt's all ripped up.
He's got like a kiss bite mark on his chest too. I was like, damn, Alibaba,
Jesus,
you got messed up, bro. But
it's good getting back into it. I like the art style a lot. Very soft.
Yes, I felt like it changed up a few times in it
did.
too. I don't remember Aladdin. See, I say Aladdin because Disney, but I think it's Aladdin. To be honest with you, I think that's how you actually say a person's name. Not like maybe not the character in Magi, but.
Well, it's all going to be tainted by that original sin of Disney at that point. Then.
Yes, I'm gonna stick with Aladdin because that's what I know. But
same.
I don't remember Aladdin.
But good to know.
Yeah, I don't remember Aladdin taking off his turban a lot and then just having long, luscious, flowing hair.
I know. Every time he did, though, I was so forward. He looked so cool with the hair out.
Classic case of manga, too. Later in the chapters when Morigana shows up and she's just got black hair. And she's like, I would never know that your hair is supposed to be a pinkish red.
Yes.
Thank God for cover volume colors.
Yes, I do love her hair and her eyes. Because her eyes are that same like color.
Yeah, it's her race. Because she's got that super strength.
God, Magi volume covers slap. Holy shit.
Yeah, they do.
Even just look at the first few.
Yeah, see Morigana with the little freaking pink hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I forget his name. I don't know if it's Hakuri or Haku. It's Hawk something. Pull it out of that brain. I know you got it.
I just saw scenes from Magi recently because someone I follow was watching it. No. I know who you're trying.
I love his character, especially when like how it ends with that. Remember in the last season that's animated when they capture that lady that was abusing the orphans kids, and he comes up to her all smiling and stuff, and then just cuts her head right off.
I don't remember that actually. Hyakuya?
Hakuryu.
Hakuryu?
Hakury. Ryu. Hakuryu.
Yeah, that was pretty far off.
Yes, I love him. Especially I've seen some stuff that I know some stuff of what happens, like his relationship with his mother and shit.
I actually don't know anything beyond the anime at all. Besides the very obvious Sinbad heel turn. But I don't know that because of spoilers. I know that because it's very obvious he's going to have a heel turn.
Which makes me sad because I love that Sinbad's character, but that's what his character is literally personified. That if you either die a hero, live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah,
that's what he is. But I know his villain art. I don't know any details really, but I think it's more of a. It's not so much as a villainy, more of just like underhanded tactics to get whatever he needs, and be damned with anyone that doesn't live in his country, in his island, which would probably Atlantis. I mean, it's basically Atlantis.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped to be getting back in it. I've been saying for the entire run of our podcast that I've been wanting to find somewhere to read Magi and read Magi.
What a great way to end off too is them entering the first dungeon.
Right? And Alibaba's gonna get his Jin. Aman the Flame.
Yes.
And Morgana's gonna join them by the end of it and become a party member.
We're gonna see evil Magi guy eventually. So that's the only villain that they could pull out this season, right?
What is his name? I'm thinking it.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna get that one either.
When we went to Anime Boston, we saw someone we went to high school with that was cosplaying him.
Oh shit.
Do you remember?
No.
I do. Forget what his name is. I think it starts with a Z for whatever reason.
Because he's evil.
Zepar? Nope, that's one of Sinbad's things. I'm just gonna do characters.
Villains.
Dun, dun, dun.
That person.
This person, yes. Well, it's Magi Wiki, so give me his name. Judal.
Oh hey, yeah.
So I remember now. You look at him and you don't think he's evil, but then you just like, no, he's definitely a bad guy.
Evil.
Definitely a bad guy. He works with fucking Hakuryu's mother too, and she's also another definitely evil. Because who's the other Magi? There's supposed to be 3 Magis, but
yes,
then Aladdin throws it all for the loop.
Yes.
I remember the.
There's the wandering bard like guy.
Yep, and the fairy girl.
Yep.
Fairy queen girl.
The one that is the one that ends up with Alibaba for a while.
Magis.
Yeah.
Those 3. They're there.
Because she ends up with Alibaba for a while.
Well, I think it's more that Alibaba ends up with her.
Yeah. And Morgiana ends up with the bard one.
Yes.
The druid one may actually be more apt.
Yeah, because it's all about the djinn, the dungeon claimers, and getting a Magi to back them, and that's why...
As a king's candidate.
Yes, and that's why Sinbad wants Aladdin with him, but... I said Aladdin. Aladdin chooses Alibaba instead to be his king's candidate. Which, I mean, nobody didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
But no, I'm hyped to be reading it again.
Big same.
I wonder if the Sinbad backstory is part of the main story, if it's an arc, or if it's like even the manga side of it is its own thing.
Like side manga. It looks like side manga because that's the picture for the anime. I was going to say it'll take a volume cover.
No, it's definitely the anime. Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic series. Yeah, it was good. I like the Sinbad anime. It just dives into his character a little bit more. That is not for Magi. That's the Magus Bride.
I'm probably going to try to crush 10 more chapters this week.
That'll probably be easy. I wanted to read more, but
Same.
I actually didn't have the time. I finished reading it. Literally, I closed it and called you. Like,
I read it, texted you, and then in between texted you, and then the next time I responded to you, read my 3 Sakamotos.
yeah, I didn't have time for Sakamoto. I was like, I wanted to, I just literally didn't have enough time because I got home from work, doing some stuff here, eating dinner and all that, and then had to read because I've been so busy over the weekend too. I barely had anything to do, time to sit down and read anything, so I had to read Astro Baby, KaguraBachi, Spy Family, and 5 chapters of Magi today.
So I did. The only thing I read beforehand was JJK.
And I had to do that between 6 and 7 o'clock. I had an hour to do it.
Yeah, see, that's the difference maker. I didn't have work last night, so I woke up this morning and I pretty much just read manga all day.
Nice. Oh, so you read the Tower of God stuff today.
I read that before I texted you saying, hey, are we good for tonight?
Nice.
So I finished reading, I played a bunch of like Balatro and Magic the Gathering, and I was like,
Balatro?
that poker roguelite.
Oh.
I got myself a taste for it, so I booted it up on PC again and played a few runs.
There you go.
And then I was like, I just want to read more. Don't really feel like playing anything else.
Yeah, your fucking Magic spin is going to get all of our friend group back into Magic Arena.
It's working.
Both.
The seed has been planted.
Both of them are fucking re-downloading it.
Good.
I think I'm good.
Join us.
There's no way to play it as a free-to-play player, huh?
No, there is. But I mean, it's rough. But you can play it as a free-to-play player. They give you starter decks for standard.
Just like I said when we talked about it, casual basement Magic is just so much more fun than trying to fight against sweaties online.
And I'll never deny it. It's like the biggest downside is playing against people that just run mono red all day.
Yeah, see, that's just not fun to me. I would want to make fun decks in it and try them out, but I'd just get obliterated by everything that's...
Or blue-white control decks, which can
you know what I mean? I would
suck the darkest part of
my soul.
Unless,
because I run all that shit, that I just am a bronze pleb forever, and
you get those
matched,
people.
Yeah, I get matched into people that my decks can beat.
And I mean, it's not always just all sweaties either. Like, clearly I've been winning some, and I'm not that great.
Yeah, but you're putting thought behind it. You made that black discard deck.
I mean, it's mono black. I could filter the word discard and make most of that deck that I made.
That's what I mean. Plus, like I said, you re-downloaded it, so you had all your old shit still.
Yeah, but I mean, most of my shit rotated out of standard. I could still play other formats if I wanted to, but for the decks I've made, it's mostly stuff I've built up since coming back.
Because it's basically gotcha, because you're buying packs.
It's packs. But like I told you before, you can earn like wild cards from packs you open, or if you get so many duplicates, you'll start getting wild cards from those too. Mm. And those could be redeemed for any card of that rarity. So you could just pick whatever mythic rare and be like, one copy of that.
Now, is it like other gotchas that when you start at first download a new profile, they give you a bunch of free stuff to then buy packs with to get you long, so that you can get started?
It's been too long.
Usually they'll give you a
gotcha. Gotcha makes it rain on you. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, here's like
300 pulls. Fuck you.
Yeah,
you won't get Lycanen.
Free 10 rolls or whatever. But then that's the thing too with with any gotcha. It's the same way, but Magic more sense. Like, I don't give a fuck about blue cards, and I don't give a fuck about like there's so many color combinations that I just don't care about. Like, I'm not a blue-green. I'm not a Simic player. Blue-white, no, not for me. Blue-red, not for me.
Well, blue-red's the only one of those that I'm kind of like, kind of feel ya. I play blue-red sometimes, but I play anything sometimes. It's lower on my tier list.
I play anything that's black on it, but blue-black's like the lowest.
Ooh, my first deck.
Black-red is where it's at for me.
I'm playing a lot of black-red, but again, I play fucking everything. But black-red is, like, I'd say, like, top 4 of, like, the Bloomborough tribes.
Does Arena have Commander?
Its own version of Commander, yes.
How different from Commander is it?
Not incredibly different.
What's the differences?
Starting life totals 25, and you can have Planeswalkers as your commander. Those
but
are
it's the same thing, so it's 100
everything
card
else
deck,
is
you
the
have
same.
a commander, your deck can only be...
Colors of its identity.
Yep.
But you can have Planeswalkers as commanders, which is pretty lit.
When we play, was it 30 life we start with? Or 40?
I think it's 40. I think normal commander's 40. Which, to be fair, Brawl on Arena's only played 1v1, so makes sense to drop that shit down a bit. There are some sweaty people on there, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that makes me so fucking angry when I see sweaty people in Brawl. There's no ranked version for that mode. Like, it literally is for fun. You can do, like, you can get your daily challenges done with that. Like, any mode works for, like, daily challenges and stuff. But there's no ranked Brawl. So I see someone come in with mono red commander deck. I want to reach through my screen and slap the shit out of them.
If you made a normal, just any commander deck that's a mono color, it's like, what are you doing, dude?
I saw the most disgusting combo earlier. I don't even know what the fuck they did. It had to have been 98 lands and 2 cards. Because whatever it did, he put something on that would exile off the top of his deck till it hits a certain type and do something. And it comboed with something. Whenever a card got exiled, it got a +1/+1 counter. So he just ran all lands. It went through every card in his deck, and then it got counters for every card in his deck. And then he killed me.
But then you'd have to have luck of the draw that you had those cards in your open hand, or you're just going to draw lands all day.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, did he mulligan into this shit? I was so angry. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you bringing this into such a casual mode, you fucking asshole?
See, because so it's like I have a small itch for Magic again, but it would one Magic night between the friend group would satiate that itch. So I don't want to download a Magic Arena game that
play with a bunch of probably starter decks that aren't what you want to play with.
Exactly. And just be miserable and like maybe kill it for me again or whatever. And plus, I don't really care for the newer cards too much. Like, I want to play with my decks that I have.
That's what I mean with like playing random cards.
And like the power creep is just ridiculous anyway. So
I don't
it's
mind
like,
that part. Kind of do. I mind for the integrity of the game, but I mean, I'm playing against other people who are also power creeped to fuck. It's wild seeing how fast some of these fucking games go. Like, some of those mono red decks are swinging at me for like 14, 15 turn 3 or 4. Like,
see, that's not fun to me.
It's fucking rough.
No Magic game that lasted less than 6 turns was ever fun to me. It's like, oh, okay, we're done already. Okay, we gotta restart. Okay, we're done already. I gotta restart. See, I want to enjoy the match. I want to go through my deck.
And not in a control deck kind of way.
Yes. Not, like, oh, God, we're on turn 50 because I can't do anything, but he also can't kill me.
Because he counters and then sweeps everything I do. And then
but then also doesn't have anything to kill me with, so we're just stuck in this endless loop.
So I mean, with the glass shattering play against people that min-max the game, the way fucking control decks win on Arena is so disgusting. Because they'll just use a land to make like a 1/1 creature like token on your end step after they've confirmed you have nothing to do, and then just slowly pick away at you with shit like that every turn.
Gross.
Because then you go to play something, they'll sweep their own tokens, wait for your end step, make another 1/1 token, start picking away at you again.
Remember that time we played 3 counter decks against each other?
Oh god, the longest game ever.
Our friend had 1 copy of, what is that card that shuffles his library, his graveyard into his library? The artifact.
I forgot which one he used. It was,
There's a 3 jobs.
Some sort of elixir.
Yeah, elixir of immortality.
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, so he would just shuffle that. But he only had
a giant stack of counters on that one.
We did. We stacked up like 6 counters on trying to counter that. Because it was the only one he had in his whole deck.
That was the first person out.
Yeah, and then me and you just fucking struggle busting the rest of the way.
Oh, no, second person out. I think your wife was the first person out because you specifically engineered it that way. Or at least a deck that could do it.
No, I did. She made a infuriating deck that was just annoying as fuck to make, and I made the perfect counter to that deck. The deck I made 100 out of 10 times would eviscerate her deck. It was built specifically to counter everything her deck did. It's all about the something abomination when he enters, destroy target.
Oh, I have
land
more,
or whatever.
I have more trauma than you do, apparently. It was acidic slime.
Acidic slime, yes.
And I want to say Venser.
Venser was there too, and there was
Venser would blink her things.
Yes, and she would have other blink stuff, but there was something else she'd blink too. I think it was something that could gain control of your creature.
Oh, probably.
So I just had like so many cards that creatures entering the battlefield don't trigger abilities. Counters, fucking
Grand Abolisher.
Grand Abolisher counter the first thing that targets the card you do.
Well, Grand Abolisher also for players can't play shit on your turn.
Oh, that okay. What's the Kira, Great Gas Spinner.
Mm-hmm.
That one. So the two of those, which is just honestly just the biggest fuck you to counter decks or
control decks.
Just control decks in general. Those two, fucking Grand Abolisher and Kira, Great Glass Spinner. You do nothing to my field. Fuck off. You do nothing on my turn, and you don't target my stuff.
I missed that band deck I had. The Prophet of Kerfix deck. It was almost like it only worked because it was built for multiplayer, where control decks shouldn't be played anyways. Because my lands would tap out all your turns to counter your shit with.
Yes. Still proudest moment of my life is making you think that I had to fucking deflect and palm for 6 turns straight.
Brutal.
When I had nothing, just to prevent I still lost. I had nothing going for me. I was just trying to draw into something to save me, and just nothing.
If I had infinite money, I'd make a Magic channel.
A Magic channel?
Like a YouTube channel for Magic.
What would you do?
Play Magic. That's why I'm like infinite money to have more decks to play Magic.
Oh, so you just like get somebody, sit down and just be like...
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Magic content on YouTube, so... Some of it table play, like not just Arena.
Apparently you've been streaming Arena?
Yeah, I stream a lot of Arena now. I streamed most of the drafts I've done this season, which has been like 10. I think like I've done like 10 drafts now.
Well, I mean, you gotta think too. The two of us have 30 decks each.
Yeah, easy.
That's a lot of combinations of different decks to face that. I mean, that's a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Just set up a camera, record us fucking dueling it out with fucking cards. But then people... I mean, because that's the thing, though.
The min-maxers will come.
The min-maxers will come and be like, this deck
Though,
is trash. How dare you?
Lie.
How dare you get to turn 5?
Some of my later decks were those min-maxers. Well, not them specifically, but in that realm. Like
we did definitely both, all of us, start getting tighter. Where we well, first off, when we first started, that was just, we don't talk about that.
I like that choice of words.
Because we got to the point where we were like, let's consolidate this. Have a specific strategy that the whole deck works
actually
for.
Have multiples of our cards.
Well, yeah, well,
for some, because some of the early days we did it.
No, the early days. Well, first off, we were working with what we had. We didn't have a bulk supply of.
Ooh, a blue-white legendary that goes into my blue-white deck right away.
Yeah, exactly right. That just didn't synergize at all with the deck. But I mean, like, because we played for like 10 years. Yeah. Well, I'm saying at the very end, like in Kaldheim and stuff like that, we were let's make decks that are a lot faster taste.
I pretty much made one of the decks I was playing on Arena, the fucking Xeris deck. You can play permanents with mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard once a turn. So you just cast Dead Weight, a fucking 1-drop black enchanted creature gets -2/-2. You just keep doing those auras. They die, go to your graveyard. You replay the aura onto the next thing. Oh. Love that deck. That and my Super Friends deck. That was around when I was really starting to tighten shit up. Start putting fucking play sets of board sweepers in my deck.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, though, because to go back to your YouTube thing, I mean, you don't need the money immediately, but you'd run out of videos eventually. But, like, 30 decks versus 30 decks, that's guaranteed 30 videos. But then also...
At least.
But then the different combinations, like, oh, how about this deck versus, this other deck, or this deck versus that. There's so many different combinations of decks that you could do. But at the same time, I have certain decks that you would just, there's like 6 decks that you have that you'd never play against this deck because it just wouldn't stand a chance. Or certain decks that you have, some of mine would just instantly lose, that had no chance of winning. You know what I mean?
We always do randoms. Just random deck. Grab a 20-sided die, assign each one a number.
Well, because
roll your fate.
Us being the nerds that we are, named our decks.
Yeah, of course. And Commander.
Oh, yeah, Commander's.
Commander's popular. And we could do a 4-person table for that one.
You could also just we could play the same 2 decks of Commander up to 3 times in a row, and it would be 3 totally different games with how many cards.
I have like 1 Commander deck.
I have 4.
Maybe 2. I don't remember what my second one is, though.
Yeah, all right. So, what's your Commander? The one you have?
I don't remember their names. They're partners.
Oh, yeah, your partner.
It's blue, white, green, black.
All right, so your partner deck versus whatever, my fucking Atraxa.
Makes me so sad. You're like, your partner deck versus the card you need for your partner deck.
Oh. Sorry. All right, then my progenitor deck. We could play that one match 3 times in a row, and all of the cards we play would be different each 3 times just because of the sheer volume of the number of 100 cards.
Sometimes you'd think that. I feel like every time I played my old Narset Commander deck, I would always hit Worldfire. I don't think there's a single time I played that deck and didn't hit Worldfire.
True. Maybe.
But in theory. Yes.
But I'm just saying that it's an idea that this could go... You could go a lot
It's an idea
longer.
I straight up lifted, but yeah. But it's not. It's also not like the world's most out there idea to lift playing Magic on YouTube.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't need...
Eventually.
An early
investment
of money to get that started because we already put that investment years ago into it. But then it's like...
But again, some of my decks I probably wouldn't even want to show the world.
Same.
Like, if I still had that mono blue deck, I absolutely wouldn't show the world that.
Which one? The Leviathan one?
No, I'm actually quite proud of that one.
Or the Omniscience one?
The Epic Spell one.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah. It was a cool idea when we were, like, 3-year experienced into Magic.
When I was age.
Yeah. A younger man. I'm trying to think, because, I have quite a few decks, but at the same time, like, I got a Tron Eldrazi deck, so original. Maybe the Eldrazi I have.
Hey, that was higher up on the tier list, though, there.
Yeah, so it's like...
Because you remade the Eldrazi ones late, too, with the tighter mindset, to use your word.
Yes. That deck is, like, extremely fast because of the Urza sagas and the Urza lands.
Yeah.
Literally all of the lands in there are Urza lands. Eldrazi. What's the legendary land Eldrazi spells cost like 2 less to cast?
I don't even remember. I have Eugen.
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't tap for mana.
Yeah.
Or it does, but only to color spells. I think
that's 2 different ones.
Well, because this Eldrazi Temple, which taps for 2 colors towards
Eldrazi. I think I have Eugen just doesn't tap for mana at all.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think it can search for things though.
Yes, 7 search for. I'm just gonna Google right now.
Yeah, 7. You even called the cost.
Yeah. Go. Nice. So I have...
You should buy the Eldrazi precon. There's the Eldrazi Commander precon right now.
Because there's what? There's three... There's three different Urza lands. So I have 4 of each one of those. I have 4 Eldrazi Temples. For lands, I have like 2 of these, and then I have 2 of the land that taps for any color. Mana, when you spend mana, creature cards that you cast with that mana can't be countered.
Cavern of Souls.
Yes.
Which is standard right now.
That card was like super expensive.
To be honest, thank God.
I was half expecting like the first, like the top thing to be pricing. Yeah, it's still $44. Holy shit! The full art, $200,000. TCG player. The full.
What's that's a different one. Glittering Caves of Ashkol.
Oh, I thought that was
Aglarond.
It's a commander card.
It's Lord of the Rings.
It's Glittering Caves. Oh, okay. Is in your opening hand and you're the starting player, you may begin the game with Glittering Caves on the battlefield with a luck counter on it. If you do, exile a card from your hand. Add colorless if Glittering Cave has a luck counter on it. Instead, add 1 mana for any color. How is this?
Because you start 1 mana up if you start with it. It's a lot of conditions, but that doesn't count as your played land for the turn. It starts on the battlefield, kind of like a ley line does.
Yeah. But I don't see how that equates to $200,000.
That is a lot of money for that. Don't get me wrong. But I can see why that's an expensive card.
I don't get what the 3x to the 100
It's just think. If you open with that and Soul Ring in your hand, you got fucking 4 mana turn 1.
Yeah. You basically just won.
Yeah. You know what I saw the other day? Watching fucking Charlie's fucking Magic channel?
What's that?
Turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Grand Arbiter. In a 4-player commander game.
Ah, yes.
Everyone else costs 1 more. My spells cost 1 less.
Ah, yes.
Turn 2. They didn't take care of it till like halfway through the fucking game.
I fucking hate Grand Arbiter.
What a great card.
Ah, Magic, man.
I just want another commander deck. I'm just itching for it. Scratching at my...
I just want to play my Hydra deck. I have 2 cards that I bought for it to, like, tighten it up. And they're still sitting in the plastic container when I bought them on my desk under my, right next to my TV. Because I haven't even pulled my cards out of the closet since.
My cards have been in the closet for a while. Since I moved into my current place.
Oh. Let's check on my cards, make sure that they're just okay. Just
Same.
In there.
I think about that every once in a while. I'm like, I hope they haven't disintegrated. Oh, thank God I got into sleeves. It was late, but I got into sleeves.
Well, mine are also, like, they're inside a box.
Yeah, well, mine are too, but they're also inside a sleeve.
Well, most of, like the expensive decks I have, so all my expensive cards are in sleeves.
Yeah, trust me, I started with my expensive / favorites too.
Yeah.
Super Friends. I don't know what other decks I sleeved. It's been so long. I forget even what decks I have, to be honest. Super Friends is like... I know I made a flying deck and a blink deck. Because I remember I have flying birds.
I had a blink deck, but it didn't work out very well. That's a blink. That's a card, a deck I would not play.
To be fair, my blink deck is because they came out with a Modern Horizons card that made me go, that's viable. It's a 3-drop creature at the end of your turn, blink something. So.
Mine was stupid. I made it because I of morph, a chroma morph.
Yeah.
You play it for 3 colorless mana and then blink it and it comes in flipped up.
Oh, Team Remorph. I remember playing that back in cons.
I barely ever ran morph cards. I had one morph card that, like, when it flipped up, it destroyed the target creature. So anytime, and it was the only one I ever played. So it's like, I wonder what card this is I'm playing face down.
I know he might still have a Cypher deck too.
Yeah, well, I love my Gideon deck, Murder deck, 2 Angel decks, a Boros deck, Hydras,
2 Eldrazi decks.
2 Eldrazi decks, Vampires. I like themed decks, as you can tell. I have like 2 other mono black decks. I have a Goblin deck. I have a burn deck that is just ass. I've just never been able to make a good burn deck.
Me neither. I don't like red in general.
There's some weird decks. I have like a dinosaur green deck. Then there's Gigantosaurus in it and stuff. Some green-white decks that are not really themed. It's just a green-white deck that's just all about buffing my field. Everyone gives
mill deck.
Everything gives +1s to everything else.
Yeah.
It's like every card that gives other creatures +1/+1 is in that deck. Just field buffs everywhere.
I think I made another build deck for Kaldheim because they printed a crab that's a lot like Hedron Crab.
Nice. I have my actually I'm trying to think because I have a deck with Kiora in it. Because she was originally in one of my Eldrazi decks, just because I was like, well, this is where I'm just going to stuff her. But I feel like I built a deck around the first Kiora, the one that the emblem is whenever you cast a creature. It fights target creature, and then you put 3 8/8 octopus creatures into play or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gotta love it.
I'd actually have to look at my decks again. I barely remember what I have.
I'm sure there's other decks in there that I'm like, oh yeah, I got this one. Oh yeah, this one.
I've scrapped so many over the years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it happens.
I know I have a Grisix Nico Dragon fucking
Nico
Bolas Dragon God deck because I pulled 2 of them.
Yeah, you do.
So I definitely
Oh
made
yeah, I
decks
have
for
my
that.
Nico Bolas deck that I just... It kind of works. It's been changed all the time. I'm sure there's plenty of other... What is that, Grisix colors?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I just did the same plan as my other Super Friends deck. Let's just board a whole bunch of fucking field sweeps and try to keep these things on the board.
Well, because what I did is I just have... It's literally just a Nico Bolas deck. It has all of the Nico Bolas planeswalkers. Yeah. And then just a bunch of cool Grisix cards to go with it.
Yeah, I avoided the cool Grisix cards because I'm like,
What is that?
I'll just do sweepers.
No, Mind Slaver is the artifact that I have that allows me to
take someone's turn.
Take someone's turn, but it's gain control. It's a 5-drop. It's just probably a way better version of it now. It's like gain control of target creature, sacrifice it at the end of your end step.
The only other one I really know of is Angrath, but he only does that if their mana value 3 or less.
Yeah, this is a sorcery.
Yeah.
And there's some other cool cards in there. Just some cool... Locust God is in it. I'd have to look through it again.
I have to look through all of my decks again.
See, this is the problem, though. I don't want to look through them and then be like, oh, let me look at new Magic cards. And I'd be like, oh, look at these, like, 50 cards that make all 3, 4, 5 of these decks better. And let me buy all of them.
Look at all of the Praetors they put out twice in, like, the past 2 years.
Like, I know one of the new Elish Norns is fucking lit.
Yes, absolutely. So is Mondrak Glory Dominus.
This one.
Yes, doubles entering triggers. Your opponents don't get entering triggers.
Vigilance of a permanent enters the battlefield. Triggered ability of permanent you control triggers. That ability triggers an additional time. Mm-hmm. And then don't cut you.
The new Shieldred's a 4-drop. When you draw, you gain 2 life. When your opponent draws, they lose 2 life.
Bro, they lose 2 life every fucking draw step.
Every draw. Well, every draw in general, because then one of the fun commander combos is they hit you with target opponent draws their library. Goodbye.
Yeah.
But yeah, see,
not that I'd miss it
even
much.
here alone, you have original Elish Norn, Elish Norn that came out around the Kaldheim cycle, because each of those sets were coming out, one Praetor was spotted on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So that was around Kaldheim. And then this is the actual war they had with Phyrexia recently.
Oh, so
there's 3 versions of every Praetor now. The last one turns into a Saga under certain conditions, and then turns back into their Praetor form.
Well,
the middle ones are my current favorites of each.
I don't know. Original Elish Norn still slaps.
I loved original Jin-Gitaxias, but new Jin-Gitaxias is insane. New Jin-Gitaxias is, when you cast your first instant sorcery or artifact, you get a copy of it. When your opponent casts their first instant sorcery or artifact of each turn, you counter it.
Didn't he do that before? Counter the first?
That was Dross.
Oh,
you draw 7 on your end step. Your opponent's maximum hand size is reduced by 7.
Yeah. Brutal. They discard everything on their end step.
I did love that Jin-Gitaxias, but copying and countering for free is even sexier.
Yeah, because, like, how many instants of sorceries is someone really going to try and cast a turn? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you just basically eliminated their ability to cast this instant or sorcery.
Their ability to get rid of Jin-Gitaxias.
Yeah. You'd need 2 removals in your hands, and then you just waste... They just sunk 2 removals out of their deck to get rid of 1 card. The card advantage is just insane. Magic, man, it just ties you in, you know?
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of cool shit. I will say the couple of the sets I missed, I'm not too butthurt that I missed. A couple cards I need for them for playing standard, but as far as, like, nerd building, nothing I really care about.
Like I said, I'm sure there's plenty of Hydras and Demons.
Yeah, there's definitely a Hydra. The new Polkaronos is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, you showed them to me.
Yeah.
And dragons, too. Because there's one of those in every set. There's always a dragon, always a demon, always a Hydra. And there's another...
I like this dragon.
Monster thing. Other than, like, obviously there's always a human, but...
Yeah.
There's another big monster that's always in everything that I'm just forgetting right now. Probably some big green thing. Well, that's what the Hydra
There's
feels.
always a big green.
That's one of my decks. I have a big green deck. It isn't just all
I don't know
like
if I still
green.
have elves or not.
You might
Probably.
have new elves with the... Didn't Kalheim have elves? Or no?
I feel like they did. I don't really remember. Again, it's been so long now.
Yeah.
I definitely had a snow deck for...
I have a snow deck.
Yeah, you do.
It actually works pretty... A new snow deck, too, not old snow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's all... See, that's my thing.
You had some of the old cards.
I might
old
have
snow
some of the
cards.
old snow cards, yeah.
Because you had the enchantment one that makes you a giant snow creature.
I thought that was new.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so, at least.
You know what I definitely have, though? The old Snowlands, because it just didn't have... Or maybe not. I might, because Kalheim had a lot of Snowlands, so I might have just purchased them. Because Snowlands used to be kind of expensive for no fucking reason. Nobody ran snow decks. There was enough cards to make a snow deck before.
Yeah, nothing too exciting about it either.
No, I definitely have an older...
I definitely
at
have
least
Yorn,
like,
God of Winter.
Probably some of the old... Like, the like 2 or 3 good snow cards from way back whenever snow happened. Kamigawa or whatever.
No, way longer ago than that. Cold Snap.
Oh, yeah, that makes more sense, huh?
I don't know if that's the first one that had Snowlands, but...
I'll have to look through that deck, because it might actually only be 1 or 2 of the old cards. At this point, anyway, it's out of standard anyway. But it's not like we ever really played standard ruling anyway.
Pioneer's where my heart's at. Not that I even hold it to like that high a standard, but some of the like newer decks I made, I kept it to like Pioneer.
What's the rules for Pioneer? Because I mean, I would say more modern, but modern covers a very old stretch, and maybe don't really go too old. Like we don't have any.
I think modern goes back to original Mirrodin, like the very first Mirrodin set with Karn Liberated.
Because I think I have one card in all of my stuff that I run that's white bordered, and I think it's just because it's the version of the Urza lands that are white bordered. I didn't have the newer black border just because price difference. And I was like, well, fuck it, I'll just get the white border. It's whatever. And
then Pioneer starts with funny enough, the Return to Ravnica block where we started playing a lot.
Oh, but then why don't you just throw Innistrad in it? You run Innistrad cards sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, again, when I made the newer decks, it was more just to like even constrain some of the choice. Just to be like, I don't want to look at a billion other sets. Let me keep it to the part of Magic I know best.
Yeah, because we started in Return to Ravnica.
Yeah.
But Innistrad had just happened.
The block it was the block right before it, yeah.
So, I mean, to say you're Pioneer, but you run this one Innistrad card, you're still fucking Pioneer.
Yeah, but the later ones, I kept it to that in case, like, someday maybe I'd want to go to a tournament.
Oh, so you were pretty strict to not put Innistrad in anything?
In the later ones. In the very later ones. Yeah. Like, around when I made my Super Friends JJK deck.
I've only ever, that one time when Theros first came out, we went to that pre-sale or whatever. Yeah. And we did that draft tournament that was there.
Yeah, I think we did Sealed, where they give you a box and you just make the deck out of that box.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 packs they gave you, and you make a deck out of that, and then they gave you lands for it. They did pretty good. I beat 3 people and lost to 1 person.
I did ass. I did ass at whatever the last draft I did was. Because I also did... No, I think that was Sealed too, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, well. That's magic for you.
That's magic for you. A lot of magic for you.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to end it for the week.
Absolutely.
It's been the Dukes of Weaved-Down.
Dukes of Weaved-Down.
With the magic. Episode 75. Take care, y'all.